This is Good Morning Suncoast. We're here for you.
Good morning, everyone. I'm Jacqueline Matter.
And I'm Adam Cellini, along with John Scalzi, and happy hump day, you two.
Happy hump day.
We made it.
Absolutely.
We're halfway through the work week.
Feeling good.
And
Weather's getting a little bit nicer.
Gorgeous. Yeah, we were out yesterday afternoon. It was like the best possible weather you can imagine.
Yeah.
And I think we'll probably have kind of a repeat of that again today.
Good.
Yeah, it looks nice out there. Little patchy fog. Watch for that this morning, but it's not really that widespread in our area. It's more to the north of us. But still, it's popping up in places, so watch for that. Otherwise, beautiful sunny skies anticipated today as high pressure continues to hold firm over the peninsula of Florida. We have right now some visibility that's okay. I mean, you can get around all right, but it certainly has limited in some locations. We'll look for daytime highs today that top out probably a few degrees warmer than yesterday, coming in at around, I'd say, by around 3 or 4 o'clock, coming in at around 72 or so, and lots of sunshine. So a beautiful forecast for you. We'll talk about the week ahead coming up in a few. Back to you guys.
All right, thanks a lot, John. Let's take a look at the roadways early this morning. Skyway Bridge is open and no accidents to report up in Manatee County right now. Just a few cars out on the road, it looks like, so nothing to really worry about. For you early morning commuters out there. Let's head into Sarasota County. No accidents to report down there as well. The interstate looking clear, as well as that east-west traffic along Fruitville and Bee Ridge roads. A little bit of stoppage kind of on Clark Road, but again, nothing to be concerned about this morning. And on to Venice and Northport. North-south traffic looking good on US 41. And again, no accidents to report in that area.
Well, topping our news this morning, new developments in the case against a Sarasota County Sheriff's deputy recently charged with attempted murder.
Yeah, Frank Bybee is now a former sheriff's deputy, but some say there is more to his story. ABC 7's Ray Collins has more.
The integrity and the honor of this agency is not reflective of Frank Bybee's actions.
Sarasota County Sheriff Tom Knight was so upset last week about the arrest of 18-year veteran Deputy Frank Bybee that he took the unprecedented step of walking Bybee himself down the sidewalk to the jail. Knight said Bybee befriended a 79-year-old woman and began helping her around the house. But Knight said at some point it took a sharp turn, including $65,000 in checks written to himself, her dog put up for sale on Craigslist, and that's not all.
Bybee mounted the victim and, while holding her down, forced prescription medication into her mouth. The victim lost consciousness, and when she awoke, she summoned help.
Don't go calling him a criminal without proper evidence.
Bybee's friend Candace Martin is also furious, and she's not alone. She and other supporters of Bybee rallied on the streets of Sarasota Tuesday morning. They're convinced Bybee is absolutely innocent.
Frank Bybee did a lot of work for this woman, assisted her, I guess what you could say is a personal manner, helped her manage things that she wasn't capable of doing. I know for a fact that he helped her do things that most people wouldn't help other people do. She's elderly. She has asked him to get the checkbook and make a check out to yourself. It doesn't surprise me that his fingerprint might be on one of those checks.
We showed Martin the evidence in the police report, but she's not buying it. Martin says there's a backstory about Bybee and Knight. She says Bybee disgraced a friend of the sheriff, and the sheriff found a reason to demote Bybee.
That's why Bybee sued for retaliation.
Martin says this arrest happened before a civil suit could go to court. And now she says the sheriff is turning this into something it's not.
I think he waited for an opportune moment.
Also Tuesday, the sheriff's office suspended Deputy Carson Plank for conduct that they say arose during the course of the investigation into Frank Bybee. Ray Collins, ABC 7, your Suncoast News.
Now, we asked for a comment on those allegations by Martin and others, but a spokesman said the sheriff was out of town and had no comment.
Bybee will be arraigned in just a few weeks, and charges against him do include attempted murder and grand theft.
On a more positive note, cyclists can hit the roads with more peace of mind as one area here on the Suncoast is aiming to make their commute a little safer.
Sarasota County now focusing their attention on how cars and bicyclists share the road to help keep everyone out of harm's way. The county is adding clear markings called sharrows to roads where separate bike lanes cannot be added. So if you see a bike symbol with 2 chevrons or a sharrow over it, it means there is not a designated bike lane, and drivers need to watch out for those cyclists. If you do see a striped lane, a double striped lane that starts to become broken, that means vehicles will need to merge into that bike lane before making a right turn.
Sharrows are really important because they remind people that, and motorists and cyclists, that sharing the road is very important and to be courteous to one another. So it just completes our infrastructure, completes our multimodal network, and just allows for safer roads for people to ride on.
Sarasota County started this project last year. The sharrows have been added to multiple roads, including Mission Valley Boulevard, Center Road, and Gant Road, which is just north of Clark.
Well, the state of Florida also looking to amp up improvements for residents, as Governor Rick Scott is proposing an $83.5 billion budget for the upcoming fiscal year. If passed, it will be the largest spending plan in state history. That's an increase of more than $1 billion from the current fiscal year. Scott's budget is an initial step as lawmakers prepare to draw up a spending plan during the legislative session. It includes $618 million in tax cuts, providing $85 million in business incentives, and expanding Bright Future scholarships to cover summer classes.
We need to take a look at some of the incentive programs, the very rich incentive programs that we offer to corporations. And, our mission is to make sure that we're funding public education.
When small businesses get more of the money as a result of lower taxes, they buy more equipment, put more money into research, marketing, it ultimately adds up to more jobs.
Now, the plan would also cut spending for hospitals and some healthcare programs. Scott also looking to increase pay for state correctional officers.
Governor Rick Scott is also reiterating his support for spending millions of dollars on bringing more business and people to the state. Despite heavy opposition from House leaders, Scott continues his push for sending $85 million to Enterprise Florida for business incentives and another $76 million to Visit Florida for tourism marketing. Governor Scott says the money is needed to expand the state's tourism-based economy.
Those who oppose investing in growing businesses simply don't understand how business works. We need to compete for jobs here in Florida so we can diversify our economy for generations to come.
What looks to be like another example of a government agency taking public taxpayer money that is engaged in questionable behavior and contracts and secrecy that's unacceptable for us.
Scott has repeatedly rejected the opposition, saying incentives and tourism marketing money will help create jobs in the state. Lawmakers will take up Scott's proposal during the legislative session, which starts March 7th.
And back here on the Suncoast, an update on one new project that is progressing much quicker than expected. A
resort hotel in Holmes Beach is going up on Marina Drive and is anticipated to bring big business into that area. ABC 7's Rick Adams has more details on this project and some local opinion about it.
Well, what you see back there is construction of a resort and beach club here on Holmes Beach. It's something that's going to give folks another option when they come and visit here. When all is said and done with this work on the $18 million Waterline Marina Resort and Beach Club on Marina Drive, it will go from looking like this to this in a matter of months. Milan Payne is owner of Add the Sea Swimwear Boutique and a resident of Holmes Beach. She has mixed reaction to this new resort being erected across the street from her business.
For business, it's great as a business owner, and it will bring business to the island, but as a resident, it might get too busy.
This resort will feature 37 two-bedroom suites with a gourmet kitchen, large living room, and a balcony with a view. Although it's part of Marriott's Autograph Collection brand, a spokesperson says there won't be any Marriott signage at the resort, but hotel bookings will be done through Marriott reservations. The construction caught the attention of Melanie Taylor and many others.
It's kind of neat. It shows that the island is clearly popular.
For some folks we talked with, many of them are excited about the project but concerned about the crowds.
What we don't want to see is more and more people crowding the island, because it makes it very difficult to move around, and also I think it drives the island actual island people off the island too.
A lot of businesses near the development have been watching this being built from day one. One of those businesses, AMI Water Sports, sits directly across from the development.
It's going up pretty quickly. Overall, I think it's going to be good for our business. I think it's going to be good for the island. It's going to attract a lot.
A spokesperson for Waterline says they are now taking reservations. This Marina Resort and Beach Club is scheduled to open sometime in the early part of May. Reporting from Holmes Beach, I'm Rick Adams, ABC 7, your Suncoast News.
Thank you so much, Rick. Well, this morning, if you're looking to volunteer in the community, the Venice Theater may be just the place for you. The theater is looking for volunteers for its upcoming spring shows and needs actors, singers, and dancers to audition for musicals. The theater plans to host performances of Inherit the Wind, Fences, Once on This Island, and its 2017 summer stock program. Auditions for the first show begin on February 12th. All auditions will be held at the theater on the island of Venice.
And in Bradenton, some new artwork will soon be appearing along buildings downtown. A new mural is planned for the city's parking garage on 12th Street West. It will illustrate some of the qualities that make Bradenton unique. The bright colored mural will span across the entire northwest corner of the parking garage, and the city is expanding its current art collection with 6 new pieces.
Well, happening tonight on the Suncoast, the Violins of Hope project is kicking off with a sold-out performance.
The project features a collection of restored instruments that were once used to bring hope during the Holocaust to a number of local audiences today. Performances with the violins are scheduled from today through February 16th and are hosted by the Jewish Federation of Sarasota and Manatee. The organization says these instruments preserve the history of the Holocaust and honor the survival of the Jewish people by, quote, telling their story. An Israeli master violin maker deemed these instruments violins of hope because he believed during difficult times, if there was music, there was also hope. And you can find a full list of performances online, and tickets are available on their website, www.jfedsrq.com. Can you imagine holding one of those in your hands?
I know, such a great piece of history there.
I mean, just the things it saw and went through, it's insane that those survived.
And I think they were on The View yesterday. Did you get a chance to hear them?
I did not.
Yeah,
no.
I'm pretty sure they were on The View yesterday, and from what I understood, it was an honor to watch them play. So.
Oh, must have been amazing. Must have been amazing.
Yeah, you can. Yeah, The View had it on, and our producer's telling us that you can watch that at 9 this morning too.
That's right.
Yeah, little sneak peek if you want to get a chance to check it out.
So cool that even in the worst of historical times, goodness bubbles forth. You know?
Of course.
Yep.
That's wonderful. Nice weather for you today. We'll talk about that in a second.
All right, and still ahead, students meet with top school district officials what they say are the biggest needs in local education.
And coming up a little later in the hour, Tallahassee will soon set its sights on ride-sharing apps like Uber. What changes lawmakers will discuss in the upcoming session. Stay with us. We'll be right back.
From meeting curious lemurs to feeding big cats and hosing down rhinos, there's never a dull moment. And sometimes these amazing animals chime in.
Watch Animal Outtakes every week on ABC 7.
Thinking about having surgery can be a scary thing. It takes somebody who's in severe pain, bring them in, take good care of them, and then get them out and back to their life is huge. We focus on minimally invasive approaches when possible, and oftentimes people can be back up on their feet in a day or two with a whole lot less pain than before surgery. We fix people's lives. We do.
I'm calling in regards about my mother, and I'm here, and I just want to thank you because it saved my mother's life yesterday. And I'd like to know the names of the people that came in and saved her so I could call and thank them. And she's doing fine. It's a wonderful thing. Thank you.
When you fall and cannot get up, an accident can turn into a tragedy. But with Life Alert, one touch of a button can get you help fast. Life Alert saves a person from a catastrophe every 10 minutes.
Life Alert is a lifesaver. If it weren't for Life Alert, I wouldn't be sitting here today.
For a free Life Alert brochure, call 1-800-652-3012. That's 1-800-652-3012. Call now, 1-800-652-3012. For a free brochure, call 1-800-652-3012.
Come meet the artists and enjoy their creations at the Lido Beach Winter Fine Art Festival. Over 100 artists and thousands of works of contemporary art in photography, glass, sculpture, jewelry, and much more. The Lido Beach Winter Fine Art Festival, Saturday and Sunday, February 4th and 5th on Lido Beach in Sarasota. Bring your sense of discovery and appreciation of the beautiful to the Lido Beach Fine Art Festival. For more information, visit ParagonArtEvents.com.
Come out to the best party of the season, the Goodwill Mardi Gras Gala on February 28th at Michael's on E. Tickets at experiencegoodwill.org.
Now, the official Suncoast weather with ABC7 meteorologist John Scalzi.
Currently, we're looking at an air temperature of 44 degrees, a little bit warmer than yesterday. We hit 41 yesterday. We'll get, I think, close to that, but we're going to be a few degrees warmer this morning. And each and every morning for the next couple of mornings, I think our temperatures will rise. Our dew point is also at 44. So when you have temperature dew point match under relatively light winds, which are now at 3 out of the east, you have the chance of seeing some patchy fog around. The kind of fog that we'll see here is what we call a radiational fog. It occurs when the winds are fairly calm and the skies are clear. We have beautiful, pristine skies. And so consequently, the Earth radiates its heat back to space. The temperature lowers to the dew point. And there you go. You're off to the races. So expect some patchy fog across the region, and this fog may linger a little bit longer, 10 o'clock or so, maybe 9 o'clock, and then it'll mix away pretty quickly after that. A lot of sunshine around today. 49 degrees Wauchula, 48 degrees in Arcadia, 50 Mayaca, 50 in Parrish, 51 in Bradenton, 51 Lakewood Ranch, 50 Northport, 53 Inglewood, 53 Venice, and 56 Longboat Key. There are no 30s on the map this morning, and I don't think there will be. So some significantly warmer temperatures generally across the viewing area. Satellite view shows not much in the way of any kind of cloud cover across the state. High pressure will still remain the dominant weather feature, bringing us lots of sunshine, beautiful sunsets, and some pristine afternoons as well, with sunshine pretty much wall to wall today. No rainfall anywhere, obviously. Without a cloud, you don't get any rain, and that's the way it's going to be this afternoon. Across the nation, we still have a couple of places where there's inclement weather. Got some showers moving into Oregon and also back to the west. We have some showers exiting, snow showers, lake effect snow showers, plus some coastal showers in the northeast. Probably the worst weather across the nation right now is in the Ohio Valley. Actually, stretching from the heartland all the way into the Ohio Valley, from about Champaign all the way through Bloomington and into parts of Ashton and eventually into Charleston. We're seeing some snow mixed with freezing rain, so rough go there. Akron Airport may be impacted, as well as the Cincinnati Airport. As far as the rest of the nation goes, it's really kind of quiet this morning. High pressure, the dominant feature for us. A stalled frontal boundary, really not moving all that much today. This high pressure ridge may retrograde a little bit back to the west. The low on the stalled front may move a little bit to the east, and our winds may pick up a little bit over the next 24 hours. But really, other than that, sunny skies, dry weather, and low humidity make it absolutely perfect Florida weather for the next several days. East wind southeast becoming west in the afternoon at about 5 knots, north this evening at about 5 knots. And the forecast for the rest of the week looks great. Daytime highs in the mid-70s, nighttime lows in the 50s, sunshine all the way around. Next chance of rain next week. Back to you.
All right, thanks, John. Looking forward to some sunshine today. Taking a look at your Suncoast roadway, Skyway Bridge is free and clear of any traffic. Heading towards Manatee County and Bradenton, looks like a few cars are out on the roadways, but nothing to be worried about. I-75 is clear, as well as State Road 70 and 301. Heading to Sarasota County, looks like all is clear in that direction. Traffic possibly picking up a little bit towards downtown Sarasota. Other than that, not a whole lot going on. And in Northport and Venice area, traffic somewhat picking up on 41, but other than that, I-75 is looking clear for your morning commute. Let's check in with Adam.
All right, thanks a lot, Jacqueline. From school security to daily lunches, local students are speaking out. More than 100 young people are this week taking their ideas for change straight to the school district officials. ABC 7's Bobeth Yates has the details on what most concerns students in our community.
The best way to solve your problems is the first step is just to voice your opinion and tell them what's going on.
Pineview student Javier Amayo joined the about 100 students voicing their opinion to Sarasota School District officials. The students were divided into 10 categories of concern that range from the need for more arts and extracurricular activities to addressing mental health concerns.
I think it's important for the district advisors themselves to learn about the students' views of stuff.
And Superintendent Lori White says one of the viewpoints repeatedly shared during the forum was students being allowed to use their cell phones while in school.
At times there can be an instructional use of cell phones that can be beneficial, and students see some of the apps that are available and helping our teachers feel comfortable in allowing that when it's appropriate for the instructional delivery.
White says they take the feedback they're given very seriously, and the information will be passed on to a smaller group of high school students for vetting, after which some of that information could possibly be given back to the district for implementation.
So often their voices don't get heard as we make critical decisions that impact them. This is an opportunity for us to listen to their voices.
Bobeth Yates, ABC 7, your Suncoast News.
A crowded room there for the school district officials. Well, New College of Florida is now receiving more national recognition for their work with young people. The school is currently ranked by the Princeton Review as one of the top colleges in the nation for return on investment. The school ranking 49th in the top 50. New College was the only Florida school to make that cut out of more than 5,000 colleges and universities nationwide. Editors for the Review quote students who describe the college as having a deep and stimulating academics with a small, intimate atmosphere. And as existing colleges gain momentum in their programs, construction on future college campuses continue, like the multi-million-dollar Suncoast Technical College campus that is underway in Northport. The Shannon Staub Public Library will be built on North Cranberry Boulevard, just south of Toledo Blade, and here are some artist renderings of what that finished complex will look like when it is complete later on this fall. The new educational center will offer several programs from the culinary arts to carpentry. The complex will also house a conference center. The school district, Sarasota County, and the city of Northport and the state all contributed to this $23 million campus. Well, still ahead on Good Morning Suncoast, a new smartphone king has been crowned between Apple and Samsung, who now holds the edge in global sales. That answer coming up in Tech Bites.
Rose takes her volunteering for Tidewell Hospice very seriously, but she knows how to have fun too. And that's what she brings when we're invited to visit patients as part of Tidewell's pet therapy program. People love to see her. She really brightens their day. She makes people smile, and in end-of-life care, a smile can be a wonderful gift. Tidewell Hospice, it's more than you think.
I owed the IRS $10,000.
I owed the IRS $20,000.
The IRS garnished my wages.
They put a lien on my house.
The IRS is the most powerful collection agency in the world. They do not give up until you pay.
I couldn't sleep. We were being audited. I called Tax Solutions Now, and a great big weight was lifted off my shoulders.
I called Tax Solutions Now, and they got the IRS off my back.
Tax Solutions Now had my wage garnishment lifted in 48 hours.
Tax Solutions Now can get you help. Our agents know the rules, can stop the pain, and get you the best deal.
We saved our home and overcame the most powerful collection agency in the world.
We connect you with a team of former IRS agents and tax professionals who get the IRS off your back. Time is running out. Call Tax Solutions Now.
Call 1-800-565-7740. That's 1-800-565-7740.
Join us for Sarasota Opera's 2017 Winter Festival, opening February 11th. Featuring Puccini's most famous opera, Madame Butterfly, Rossini's delightful comedy, The Italian Girl in Algiers, Poulenc's heartbreaking dialogues of the Carmelites, and the medieval thriller The Love of Three Kings by Italo Montemezzi. Tickets are on sale now. Call 941-328-1300 or visit sarasotaopera.org.
Welcome back. It is 5:25 this morning, and a new round of crash tests show where some electric cars are falling short.
And now dating apps are expanding into the animal kingdom. ABC's Candace Gibson and Diane Macedo have those details.
In today's Tech Bite, some of the most advanced cars coming up short when it comes to safety.
Tesla's Model S receives an acceptable rating in new insurance industry crash tests. Experts say it doesn't do enough to protect against head injuries.
BMW's i3 is rated good, but there are problems with its rear crash restraints.
And Apple is once again the world's top smartphone seller. Samsung fell to second place amid that massive recall of their fire-prone Galaxy Note 7s.
And it isn't just for people taking a swipe at love. Scientists have developed an app like Tinder for an 11-year-old orangutan in the Netherlands. They show her the tablet and monitor how she responds to the images of the guys.
Their first mistake, though, was actually handing her the tablet. She immediately destroyed it. I guess she didn't like that guy?
Maybe she's not into gingers.
No, or she doesn't know to swipe.
Yeah. Those are your Tech Bites.
How was your honeymoon?
This moment, we feel it, secret is ours.
It was great.
When you have a cold, pain from a headache can make this feel like this. All-in-one cold symptom relief from Tylenol, the #1 doctor-recommended pain relief brand. Tylenol.
Check out My Suncoast Dining on mysuncoast.com for Chef Judy's favorite recipes, restaurant guide, and more. Go to mysuncoast.com/dining.
Attention blood clot filter patients. Surgically implanted blood clot filters are potentially life-threatening. Some filters are prone to breaking, resulting in pieces of the filter moving through the body and causing internal bleeding. If you had surgery to implant a blood clot filter, you may be entitled to a cash award, even if you haven't suffered side effects yet. Call the Gold Shield Group now, 888-747-5291, to see if you qualify for a cash award, 888-747-5291.
Gold fever is at an all-time high in the Sunshine State with the new Gold Rush Doubler family of scratch-off games. Everyone is rushing to Florida to strike it doubly rich. With over $1 billion in total cash prizes, the Florida Gold Rush is on. The Florida Lottery, just imagine.
Hi, I'm Joan London, and if you're worried about your parent or a loved one living alone like I was, and you want reliable senior care information, then call A Place for Mom, the nation's largest senior living referral service. You'll get free information on assisted living, Alzheimer's care, nursing homes, even important financial information.
They had obviously researched every place, not just given me names. They found me a place for what she could afford, and it was magnificent.
We're now very confident that she's safe, and they just helped every step of the way, and I can't thank them enough.
So if you're struggling to find reliable senior living information, call A Place for Mom. This is a free service, and you can trust them to help you.
Call right now to get your free Senior Care Compass ebook. Find out about the 5 best-kept secrets on financing senior care and assisted living.
Call now, 800-290-0352. 800-290-0352.
Come meet the artists and enjoy their creations at the Lido Beach Winter Fine Art Festival. Over 100 artists and thousands of works of contemporary art in photography, glass, sculpture, jewelry, and much more. The Lido Beach Winter Fine Art Festival, Saturday and Sunday, February 4th and 5th on Lido Beach in Sarasota. Bring your sense of discovery and appreciation of the beautiful to the Lido Beach Fine Art Festival. For more information, visit ParagonArtEvents.com.
Are you considering joint replacement or revision surgery? Consider this. Dr. Edward Stolarski has performed thousands of successful joint replacement procedures and trained surgeons from all over the world. Using advanced technologies, Dr. Stolarski is able to perform some of the most complex surgeries.
I wish I knew about Dr. Stolarski much sooner.
After the surgery, I don't have any pain. It's like I've got a 16-year-old hip.
My name's Ed Stolarski. What I really do is I give people back their life.
Schedule a consultation today.
Coming up on Good Morning Suncoast, President Trump makes his pick for a Supreme Court justice to replace Anthony Scalia.
Plus, the wife of the Pulse nightclub shooter in court today facing federal charges.
And the parents of Trayvon Martin open up about their son and experiences in a tell-all book.
Live from the ABC 7 studios, this is Good Morning Suncoast. We're here for you.
Welcome back, and thanks for joining us on this Wednesday morning. I'm Jacqueline Matter.
And I'm Adam Cellini, along with John Scalzi. And John, another beautiful day on the way, huh?
I think so, yeah. I think you don't get any better than the kind of days that we've had recently.
Yeah, not too hot, not too cold, thankfully.
Once that sun comes out, though, it's pretty out there, for sure.
Yes, it is. And you know what? Even pre-dawn hours are kind of moderating a little bit. Yesterday was pretty cold at 41 degrees. It's a little bit warmer out there this morning. We do have some patchy fog, though. Watch for that. Some visibility is reduced. It's radiational fog caused by the clear skies and the dew points that have risen just a little bit. We still have pretty decent visibility around here, though, in and around Manatee County. We're getting reports of the most reduced visibility. And even there, we're talking 7 miles or so. So not too bad, but it will come up on you quickly. And there is the potential for it to get a little worse over the course of the next hour or so. We have a daytime high that'll top out probably around 72 degrees or so, maybe a little bit of morning cloud, which is basically the fog lifting before it all washes away and leaves us with a mostly sunny day. Complete forecast details coming up in a few.
All right, thanks so much, John. Taking a look at your Suncoast traffic this morning. Skyway Bridge is free and clear of any cars on the roadway this morning. Heading towards Bradenton, looks like traffic picking up on 301. We do have a live look from Ellington at 19th Street East over on the overpass in that direction. The traffic is going over the overpass, as you can see. Still a little dark out this morning, so not a whole lot going on, but we expect that to pick up as the morning continues. Heading to Sarasota County, looks like traffic picking up a little on Bee Ridge Road. Other than that, not a whole lot of cars on the roadway. Moving towards South County, towards Venice and Northport, I-75 is looking clear and free of any traffic. Well, topping our news this half hour, President Trump making his pick for Supreme Court, choosing Judge Neil Gorsuch to replace the late Anthony Scalia.
And already there is mounting opposition and promises from Democrats to do everything they can, including more filibusters, to block this nomination. ABC's Elizabeth Herr reports from Washington.
For President Trump, his pick for the Supreme Court is a promise kept.
Judge Gorsuch has outstanding legal skills, a brilliant mind.
Describing Judge Neil Gorsuch as, quote, a replica of Justice Antonin Scalia, a solid conservative and well-respected.
He could have had any job at any law firm for any amount of money. But what he wanted to do with his career was to be a judge, to write decisions, and to make an impact.
I pledge that if I am confirmed, I will do all my powers permit to be a faithful servant of the Constitution and laws of this great country.
Gorsuch is a federal appeals judge in Denver with a law degree from Harvard and a PhD from Oxford. He went on to clerk for 2 Supreme Court justices, including Justice Anthony Kennedy. And if confirmed, he would become the first Supreme Court justice to serve alongside his former boss.
Stop! Gorsuch! Stop! Gorsuch!
But the battle for that confirmation ignited just minutes after the announcement.
Hundreds of thousands of people have been demonstrating.
With this nominee, there's too much at risk. The right to who you love,
the right for a woman's access to her body.
With protesters and Democratic leaders expressing concerns. In a statement, Senate Minority Leader Chuck Schumer writing, "Now more than ever, we need a Supreme Court justice who is independent and will stand up to a president who has already shown a willingness to bend the Constitution."
That said, some Democratic senators are softening their stance, now saying they believe this nominee should at least get a hearing and a vote. Elizabeth Herr, ABC News, Washington.
Well, here on the Suncoast, protests continue against the actions of President Donald Trump.
For multiple days this week, people gathering to oppose new laws coming out of Washington. Bradenton activists gathering Tuesday at the office of Congressman Vern Buchanan, asking him to oppose Trump's ban on certain immigrants and refugees. While Buchanan wasn't there at the time, his office accepted those messages to deliver to the congressman. A similar demonstration took place Monday at Buchanan's Sarasota office.
I'm here to let Mr. Buchanan know, our representative, that I'm paying attention. And I'm keeping an eye on him, and that he comes up in 2018 and I am a voter.
Our congressmen are our first line of defense. They are the adults in the room. I mean, we literally are dealing with a 3-year-old who has a hammer.
Congressman Buchanan responding to the messages delivered to him through staff, saying, quote, "My door is always open for constituents. I am hopeful the administration will move swiftly to resolve any issues involving individuals with green cards, as well as military interpreters who bravely served alongside our troops."
Well, new details this morning on Florida's Supreme Court now declaring limits on lawyer fees paid in claims bills unconstitutional. The ruling issued just yesterday involves the case of a boy who was injured at birth due to negligence more than 19 years ago. The legislature agreed to pay $15 million to that boy, that amount being less than half of the original jury award, but government agencies are only liable for $200,000 in civil lawsuits. That is, unless the state approves more through a claims bill. His lawyers were only paid $100,000 because of those limits. The court now overseeing the case agreed that the limits in such circumstances are unconstitutional. And when the Florida legislature convenes in March, one of its top priorities may be figuring out a set of rules for ride-sharing companies like Uber. The fast growth of the app-based ride-sharing services has resulted in a series of different rules and regulations in different cities and counties. Some say it's important passengers can count on all drivers being insured, plus background checked.
So what the state's doing now is they're looking at a bill that's going to make a uniform law throughout Florida, really to keep people safe.
The city and county of Sarasota have no such laws, while Venice requires drivers to pay a $100 application fee. Meanwhile, Tampa has regulations that some say are not being enforced.
The wife of the man responsible for the Pulse nightclub massacre is going before a judge today, asking to be released from jail. Noor Salman was arrested in November and faces federal charges for aiding and abetting a terrorist. But her lawyers claim she had no advance knowledge of her ex-husband's plot. Salman's attorneys are arguing for her release from jail, stating in court filings Tuesday that she had no involvement in her husband Omar Mateen's plans to attack the Pulse nightclub in Orlando on June 12th. Mateen shot and killed 49 people and wounded 53 others before police killed him. A federal jury has convicted a man of plotting to detonate a bomb on a Florida Keys beach. A jury in Key West convicting Harlem Suarez of attempted use of a weapon of mass destruction and providing material support to a terrorist organization. Suarez was arrested in 2015 after he accepted an inert device from an FBI employee posing as an extremist. Suarez told an informant he wanted to detonate a backpack bomb on a Key West beach. Prosecutors say Suarez drew his inspiration from the Islamic State. He is facing the maximum charge of life in prison.
And this morning, new video coming in after a smash and grab robbery in Fort Lauderdale. The robbery happened during the day, in the video showing the first two thieves dashing through the front door of this jewelry store. You can see that on your screen as it's happening, brushing by a frightened female customer, then smashing through a glass display case. The owner of the store right behind the counter during the robbery, and at one point even throwing a chair at the men to try and stop them from wrecking anything further.
I tried to slow him down a little bit,
and I think they got nervous.
Not long after, a third suspect is seen joining the other bandits. Each are wearing gloves while stuffing garbage bags full of the pricey goods. Nearly 30 seconds into the heist, the men bail, are seen hopping into an older model gray Honda Accord. Detectives did eventually catch up with their car just a few miles away. Meanwhile, store owner Nori says he was relieved for their capture, but distraught with all the hard work put into his store now into pieces. And speaking of lost goods, a family in California is upset after their home not only caught on fire, but blazed through over 1,000 boxes of Girl Scout cookies. The flames erupted just yesterday in the garage of this Chula Vista home. Firefighters say an electrical problem is to blame. The family, including its four-legged members, made it out of the home without any injury. Mother Lisa Perkins says after her family made it out, she realized her daughter's Girl Scout cookie inventory was completely gone.
The girls are worried about their Girl Scout cookies and making sure that, you know, they've lost them all, over 1,000 boxes in the garage.
Community members moved quickly to help that family, including the principal of the school where Mom Lisa works. The Girl Scouts of San Diego released a statement saying staff members have reached out to the family to offer assistance. And as for the thousands of dollars in cookies that burned in the fire, the organization says it will replace those Girl Scout cookies and the family will not be held responsible for that loss.
And new this morning, fast food may be getting even faster or perhaps just more automated. Take a look at this. McDonald's testing a new burger dispensing machine in Boston. And apparently they are tinkering with the idea of hungry customers getting their Big Macs from a vending machine instead of another human being. The idea caught on, though, as you can see hundreds of customers lining up to order a Big Mac, Grand Mac, or Mac Jr. from the touchscreen. Would it be appropriate to say that these customers were loving it?
We do our products always fresh right here out of the line. We put them in the machine, and in less than 5 minutes, you have the opportunity to choose a great burger and have the fun to do it in a different way.
Certainly sounds exciting. As of now, the vending machine will remain just one of a kind, part of McDonald's promotion for its new Big Macs. And McDonald's isn't the only one with a new distribution source. Amazon now opening a $1.5 billion cargo hub at Cincinnati Northern Kentucky International Airport. This new deal was approved within the last 24 hours. Officials saying the hub will serve as a centralized location for the online retailer's growing fleet of Prime Air cargo planes. The deal is expected to create 2,700 new jobs for the area.
With a company that's so forward-thinking and forward-leaning as Amazon, right, that's so innovative, who knows what the future will hold and how this could grow and what tangential benefits may result for not only the airport, for the community as a whole.
Amazon continues its positive working relationship with the state. The company has employed more than 10,000 people across Kentucky. Also this morning, how one couple is using a tragedy to reach out to others in difficult times.
The parents of Trayvon Martin are now releasing a new book aimed at sharing their experiences in hopes for better situations to change in the future. The book is titled Rest in Power, and Martin's parents are using the story to pay tribute to their son. 17-year-old Trayvon was unarmed but fatally shot by George Zimmerman, who was later acquitted of second-degree murder. The case sparked protests and a national debate about race relations that still continues today. Well, speaking of the Big Mac, a few stories back, they just let out that sauce, the Big Mac sauce. I don't know if you guys remember that.
Oh, that's right. Yeah. Isn't it like out on sale on its own or something?
No, you had to go put in a secret password to try and get the Big Mac sauce. So.
Yeah, I think it was a one-day only.
Yeah,
kind of
yeah. And now they have a Big Mac dispensing machine. So interesting, right?
Yeah, they're evolving. I think they have to keep pace, you know, with the changing environment out there.
Exactly.
We have some changing weather as well. We have some fog around the region. We'll talk about that in a second.
All right, still ahead, new reports show eating ice cream for breakfast could make you smarter. We'll tell you why coming up next in your Health Smart.
Is your mop a dirty, disgusting mess?
You need the Hurricane 360 Spin Mop System, the only mop and bucket that spins the dirt away. A system that cleans practically anything and everything with super absorbent microfiber. Dip it in the washer side and the mess releases into the bucket. Then place it in the dryer side and push on the pedal. You get a clean mop pad that's practically dry and ready for more. And your hands will never again touch a dirty, disgusting mop. The heads are washable and reusable. Get the Hurricane 360 Spin Mop System for just 2 payments of $19.99. You'll also get a Sticky Buddy, the reusable sticky roller that picks up pet hair and lint and washes clean in seconds. You can take advantage of our 2-for-1 Pick It Up special and get a second spin mop set. Just pay additional shipping and fee. And we'll upgrade you to free priority handling. So don't wait. Order now.
Call 1-800-394-1524 to get your Hurricane Spin Mop double offer. So hurry and call 1-800-394-1524. Call now.
At Tidewell Hospice, we know it's never too late to say thank you to our military veterans. The Tidewell Honors Veterans Program has provided care to more than 13,000 military families since 2008. Tidewell volunteers help honor veterans through special pinning ceremonies that demonstrate our appreciation for the freedom our veterans fought to defend. If you know a veteran who can benefit from end-of-life care, call or visit tidewell.org today. Tidewell Hospice. It's more than you think.
The kitchen is where life happens. Minnesota Flooring now offers a wide variety of beautiful quality craft-made cabinetry to make sure the heart of your home reflects your style. Visit us today at our new kitchen and bath cabinetry locations.
Our goal is to do things better than anybody in the country. What makes Sarasota Memorial Hospital's program so special is that it's taking care of the patient in every aspect of cardiovascular disease. And in this community, the patients are very active. The idea is not just to get them over that operation, but to get them back to doing the things that they enjoy doing.
Attention small business owners. Penn Funding announces the easiest and fastest business funding program, the Platinum Business Account.
We needed cash fast. Business is good, but this is an emergency. We needed some new equipment, and the banks wouldn't help us.
At Penn Funding, we like to say, yes, you're approved. With your Platinum Business Account, you could qualify for up to $50,000 or more. This amazing new business account funding program is so effective, you could have the cash you need in just days.
I called, spoke with an agent who pre-qualified us, and connected me.
Call now for your Platinum Business Account. If you've been in business for at least 6 months, you could qualify for up to $50,000 or more in just days.
I called Penn Funding and had my money fast.
Need cash for your business? Call Penn Funding now.
Call 800-658-3433. 800-658-3433.
Now, the official Suncoast weather with ABC7 meteorologist John Scalzi.
So current air temperature coming in at 46 degrees. We have a dew point value of 44. The two temperatures are close enough that we have the potential for some fog around, and in some locations we do have some light fog that has formed. The further north you go, though, the thicker the fog becomes, and some of it's pretty thick just to our north. So we allow the possibility that some of the fog, especially in inland areas, could be a little bit on the thick side. Just watch for that. East wind comes in at about 3, pretty light today. Clear skies out there above the fog, and so with a little bit of daytime heating, whatever residual fog we have left will lift and mix away, and we'll be left with sunshine wall to wall again this afternoon, and beautiful, relatively low humidity air out there with dew points in the 40s. That feels very comfortable once we get a little heating going on here. 49 degrees Wauchula, 48 degrees in Arcadia, 49 Mayaca City, 49 in Northport. These are the locations where perhaps the fog might be a little bit thicker. 50 in Parish Bradenton, 51 Lakewood Ranch, 55 Longboat Key, 53 in Venice and in Inglewood. So we have this big ridge of high pressure that we had yesterday, brought us some lighter winds, and I think today we'll still have some fairly light winds to start the day and some beautiful skies, deep blue skies with lots of sun. It's going to be a lovely afternoon. Now, things will change eventually. I think as we head into the next couple of days, our daytime temperatures will creep up there a little bit higher, but not too much. And the humidity will creep up a little bit, but still comfortable. So all in all, we're looking at a string of some very nice days, even though we have some minor changes day to day. Lots of sunshine, no approaching rain showers. Everything is quiet across the state on radar. You look back to the west, and there's an area of low pressure back here producing some coastal rain showers and some high elevation snows, some snows in the plains and some snows in the northeast. But really, it's that area in the Ohio Valley where the weather is worst right now. We have an area of low pressure along a stalled frontal boundary, which will be moving along that frontal boundary like a car on a railroad track. So as it moves a little bit closer to us, and this high pressure ridge begins the process of gradually expanding westward, we may see the winds pick up just a little teeny bit over the next 24 hours. And really, that's the biggest weather headline I've got for you. Otherwise, it's going to be sunny, it's going to be pleasant, it's going to be lovely for the next probably 4 or 5 days, right straight into the weekend. Sunny skies, dry weather, low relative humidity, can't beat it. Rainfall futurecast shows lots of sunshine. Maybe a few more clouds, maybe a sprinkle down in the southern tip of the state. If you're heading to Miami, you might see a passing shower, but certainly nothing heavy. Anywhere from about Lake Okeechobee northward, really through the deep south, high pressure is the name of the game. Forecast looks like this for boaters today. It's pretty nice, actually. A southeast wind shifting west at about 5 knots. North wind this evening at about 5 knots. That's 2-foot seas and a light chop. Pretty darn nice boating weather. Forecast for the week ahead. Fantastic. 74 degrees, 75 degrees, daytime highs, nighttime lows in the 50s. Plenty of sunshine, no rainfall, low relative humidity. Can't beat it. Back to you guys.
All right, thanks a lot, John. Let's take a look at our roadways this morning. It is about 10 till, and looks like we're starting. Oh, there we go. We are in Manatee County. The Skyway Bridge is open. Traffic picking up a little bit, but nothing too bad. In Bradenton, no accidents to report at this time. Traffic looking clear, and we do have a live look at I-75 near 19th Street East in Ellenton, and as you can see, a couple cars getting out there on the roadways. Still pretty dark out, so you know, be aware as you're driving out on those roads. But this is the focus of some controversy that we'll be telling you about later on in the show. For now, let's head to Sarasota County, where we don't have any accidents to report there either. A little bit of traffic down there on Clark Road near the interstate, but nothing to worry about for you morning commuters. And in Northport, Venice area, north-south traffic looking good on US 41, and the interstate moving along very clear right now in the early morning. Let's head over to Jacqueline.
Well, if you're a parent, you may consider it a crime to give your child ice cream for breakfast, but perhaps that's not quite the case. A new study found a scoop of the cold sweet treat could make them smarter. The study, published by a Keirin University professor from Japan, says eating ice cream after waking up can result in improved alertness and mental performance. So next time your child, or even if you're feeling a sweet tooth coming on, doctors now will back you up, saying it is beneficial for the brain. Might have to grab me a scoop of ice cream later. All right, stay with us. I'll be right back.
For your plumbing, electrical, or air conditioning, and services is qualified, and service calls are free. AndServices.com. AndServices.com.
Is the debt beating you down? You need discipline. You need
the Debt Ninja. If you owe $10,000 or more to the IRS, you could be facing wage garnishments, levies, liens, property seizure, cancellation of business license, closure of business. The Debt Ninja fights your IRS debt. That's why you need the Debt Ninja. The Debt Ninja has found the best companies in the country who are on your side to fight debt. Want to learn if you qualify for the IRS Financial Hardship Program? Stop the IRS from garnishing your wages. Even if your bank account has been seized, if you have undeclared taxes, if you have existing IRS debt, it's not too late to call, so grab your phone now. Call the Debt Ninja at 800-945-0083. That's 800-945-0083. Settle your IRS debt to get the power of the Debt Ninja. Dial this number now, 800-945-0083.
Gold fever is at an all-time high in the Sunshine State with the new Gold Rush Doubler family of scratch-off games. Everyone is rushing to Florida to strike it doubly rich. With over $1 billion in total cash prizes, the Florida Gold Rush is on. The Florida Lottery, just imagine.
Come out to the best party of the season, the Goodwill Mardi Gras Gala on February 28th at Michael's on E. Tickets at experiencegoodwill.org.
Today, everyone is looking for more fashionable choices in flooring than ever before. And G. Fried has responded with a huge selection of carpets, tile, wood, laminate, and vinyl. Installed by a highly skilled team, G. Fried has got everything you're looking for and more. The next time you think about quality flooring, think G. Fried Flooring America. G. Fried Flooring America. Our world is at your feet.
Come meet the artists and enjoy their creations at the Lido Beach Winter Fine Art Festival. Over 100 artists and thousands of works of contemporary art in photography, glass, sculpture, jewelry, and much more. The Lido Beach Winter Fine Art Festival, Saturday and Sunday, February 4th and 5th on Lido Beach in Sarasota. Bring your sense of discovery and appreciation of the beautiful to the Lido Beach Fine Art Festival. For more information, visit ParagonArtEvents.com.
For your plumbing, electrical, or air conditioning, and services is qualified, and service calls are free. And services.com, A-N-D, services.com.
Shirley O'Keefe has no shortage of personality, but behind her laugh is a looming reality. Shirley is suffering from a bad heart and failing kidneys, but she is determined to live to see the next holiday, which is Valentine's Day. Her niece helping her in that fight, and to keep her spirits up, she is asking for people to send her aunt Valentine's Day cards early. And now Shirley is receiving cards from people nationwide. And if you want to send Shirley a Valentine's Day card, her address is available online. Sure makes a world to her. Get those Valentine's cards.
Yeah, you know, you hear these stories of people getting, these campaigns of letters, and it really does lighten their day a little bit. So be a beautiful thing to do.
Yeah. No amount is too much, I'm sure, when it comes to that.
That's right.
All right, stay with us. We'll be right back.